Did you know nearly 8 out of 10 self-made millionaires never carried a credit card balance in their entire lives? Think about that for a second. No overnight jackpots, no billion-dollar apps, no secret inheritance. Just ordinary people quietly building seven-figure net worths by sticking to a handful of simple, frugal habits. Now here's the question for you. If your paycheck suddenly doubled tomorrow, what's the very first thing you do with that extra money? Would you invest it, spend it, or save it? Drop your answer in the comments. I'd love to see how you think. Today, I'm going to walk you through 6 of the most powerful frugal habits practiced by middle-class millionaires. These aren't flashy tricks or complicated hacks. They're small, repeatable actions that build unstoppable momentum over time. By the end of this video, you'll have a step-by-step blueprint that shows you exactly how everyday people go from modest paychecks to financial independence. If you're ready to take control of your money one habit at a time, make sure you hit subscribe and ring the bell. Let's dive in. Starting with one of the most overlooked habits of wealth building: learning to live on only 70% of your income. Welcome to 86 Dawn Finance YouTube channel, where we break down the hidden mechanisms controlling your financial life. Let's break it all down. No fluff, just the truth. Habit 1: live on 70% of your income. Imagine bringing home $5 a month but committing to spend no more than $3.500. That leftover $1.500 isn't just extra, it's your wealth engine. This single shift is the foundation of what millionaires call stealth wealth. You don't need to downsize into a shack or cut out every coffee. You simply decide that 30% of your income is untouchable. Over time, that discipline turns every raise, every bonus, and every small windfall into investable capital instead of lifestyle creep. Think of 2 neighbors. One celebrates a promotion by moving into a pricier condo, upgrading her car, and inflating her spending to match her new paycheck. 10 years later, her expenses are 3 times higher, and she's still living paycheck to paycheck. The other neighbor locks her budget at 70%, funnels the rest into index funds, and without ever feeling deprived, builds a 6-figure portfolio. The lesson is clear. The key isn't how much you make, but how much you keep. Here's the challenge: could you make that 30% invisible starting this month? If you're not sure, stay with me, because the next habit shows you how to guarantee your savings without relying on willpower. Habit 2: automate savings first. Most people treat saving like an afterthought. They wait until the end of the month and then wonder where their money went. Millionaires flip that script. They pay themselves first by automating savings before they ever see the cash. Let's say you earn $4 a month. If you set up an automatic transfer of 20%, about $800, that money disappears into an investment or savings account before you even touch it. You don't have to think. You don't have to decide. And you definitely don't have to rely on self-control. Here's where it gets powerful. If that $800 is invested consistently, even at a conservative 7% return, it grows into over $250 in 20 years. And the best part? You won't even miss it because you've already learned to live on what's left. Think of it like rent or a utility bill. You never ask yourself, should I pay rent this month? You just do it. Why should saving for your future be any different? Let me ask you, if you set up automation today, how much would you commit to? 15%? 20%? Drop your number in the comments, and let's hold each other accountable. Habit 3: track expenses weekly. Here's the truth. You can't control what you don't measure. One of the defining habits of self-made millionaires is that they track every dollar. Not once a year, not once a month, weekly. They set aside 10 minutes, review transactions, and shine a spotlight on the leaks. Think about it, $5 a day on lattes doesn't feel like much until you realize it's $1.300 a year. Or maybe it's that streaming service you forgot to cancel months ago. Draining money you don't even notice. Research shows that more than 80% of millionaires practice regular expense tracking. Why? Because clarity is power. The moment you know where your money is going, you gain the ability to redirect it straight into your savings, investments, or debt repayment. And this doesn't require complicated tools. You can use a spreadsheet, a free budgeting app, or even the old school envelope method. Here's a challenge for you. Track just one category of spending this week, maybe food, maybe entertainment, and then comment below what surprised you most. Chances are, you'll find at least one hidden leak that could become part of your future wealth instead of a forgotten receipt. Habit 4. Buy practical used cars. Cars are one of the sneakiest wealth killers. Did you know a new vehicle can lose up to 20% of its value in the very first year and nearly 60% within 5 years? That's like setting fire to thousands of dollars the moment you drive off the lot. Middle-class millionaires sidestep this trap by buying reliable, lightly used cars. Let's put it into perspective. Alex buys a brand new $30 sedan. The moment she drives away, it's worth about $24. Sam, on the other hand, buys that same model 2 years later for $20, letting someone else absorb the steepest depreciation. With similar financing, Sam's monthly payment ends up $200 to $300 lower, freeing an extra $3 a year to invest. Over a decade, that choice alone could add tens of thousands to his net worth. Here's the millionaire rule of thumb. Your car should never cost more than 5% of your annual take-home pay. Think about that for a second. How does your current car measure up to that standard? If the numbers sting, don't worry. Small adjustments today can snowball into life-changing results tomorrow. And speaking of life-changing, the next habit may be the single fastest way to protect your money from disappearing: avoiding high-interest debt. Habit 5. Avoid high-interest debt. High-interest debt is the silent wealth killer. Credit card APRs hover around 20%. Which means you're paying double or triple what you'd earn from the stock market over the long term. Let's run the math. If you carry a $5 balance at 20% interest and only make the minimum payments, you'll shell out more than $4.500 in interest before even touching the principal. Now flip that around. If you invested that same $5 in a simple index fund at 7%, it could grow into $12 over the same period. That's the difference between building wealth and bleeding it away. Self-made millionaires understand this. They don't get rich to escape debt. They avoid it altogether. No revolving credit balances. No personal loans at double-digit rates. No car leases designed to trap them in monthly payments. Every dollar they save goes to work compounding, not lining a lender's pocket. So here's my question to you: if you could erase just one debt today, which one would it be? Leave it in the comments. This habit alone could shave years off your journey to financial freedom. But to accelerate even faster, you'll need one more key strategy: building multiple income streams. Habit 6. Build multiple income streams. Relying on a single paycheck caps your wealth potential. That's why 65% of millionaires have 3 or more streams of income. And no, we're not talking about working 3 full-time jobs. These streams can be side hustles, dividends, rental income, or digital products. Let's take Emma, for example. She's a teacher by day, but she tutors online twice a week and holds a modest portfolio of dividend-paying stocks. Those side incomes bring in an extra $3 a year, money she automatically reinvests. Without raising her primary salary, Emma boosts her savings rate from 20 to 30%, cutting years off her path to financial independence. Think of income like an engine. With just one cylinder, You'll get there eventually, but slowly. Add more cylinders, and suddenly you've got turbocharged acceleration. The key is to reinvest every extra dollar instead of inflating your lifestyle. So let me challenge you: what skill, asset, or hobby could you turn into a second income stream this year? Comment below, because your idea might inspire someone else watching this video. Conclusion. So there you have it. 6 frugal habits of middle-class millionaires. Live on 70% of your income. Automate your savings. Track expenses weekly. Buy practical used cars. Avoid high-interest debt. And build multiple income streams. None of these require luck, insider knowledge, or a lottery ticket. They just require discipline, consistency, and the courage to start. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these 6 habits will you tackle first? Leave your answer in the comments. And if you're serious about mastering your money one step at a time, make sure you hit subscribe and ring the bell so you never miss a strategy that could completely change your financial future. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Please note that 86 Dawn Finance does not offer advice on taxes, legal matters, investments, or finances. The content is intended solely for educational purposes and should not be considered professional advice. For personalized guidance, please consult your own qualified advisors. Although the information has been carefully researched and reviewed, it may not represent the latest legal or financial updates. Viewers are advised to confirm the accuracy and timeliness of the information, particularly before making any major financial or legal decisions. Until next time, stay informed, stay empowered, and stay our 86 Dawn Finance channel.